Well, welcome to episode 5 of FPL Top Talks Ballyhaunis, and here's the Vince Vega review, and it's the 24th of September. And let's have a look at what we got in store. Loads here, got a video. I'm just going to go over some of the events of the weekend. I'm going to go over some of the prize falls. Going to go over who our top dog for the game week is, and highlight a few of the teams that have done well and the underdogs and puppies. We see what the pups are. I don't mind being pups at all. If I was a pup every single game week, that's all I want. But yeah, still scraping on to the top million. Had a great first game week, 181,000. So flicking down a bit, kind of that sort of slow gravitational sort of filtration effect, sedimentation going on. I hope I'm not going back down to 7 million. No, but really scraped the last couple of game weeks after 3 tremendous weeks, and this is what I was kind of worried about, the international breaks, and they really chop up the momentum and everything changes, and after everyone comes back from international duty, you know yourself, it all goes out the window. Form, injuries now to poor old Rodri, an ACL, could be out for the rest of the season. So De Bruyne out for a couple, 2 or 3 more weeks. Some of the injuries stacking up for City there, and Arsenal and Liverpool, I suppose, metaphorically rubbing their hands in glee at the minute they have a chance. So yeah, okay, just let's get the draft. This week I lost my draft, my game week, 27 points. What do you expect? But still, nobody's got a perfect record in this tier 3 league. And this is the FPL duo draft done with Stevie Strat and Jack the Dancer Maloney. It was over in Vancouver now. So those two are probably in the higher leagues, but scraping away. Not particularly enjoying this league at all. It's so tight. Look at this. Everyone seems to have won 3 and lost 2. It's all nip and tuck. I won the first 2, lost the next one, won the next one, lost this one. It's just getting a bit bored of the streakiness of the draft. But there you go. I think my yeah. I think Becker, sorry, Allison's back in a couple of weeks. De Bruyne hopefully back. Loads of injury. Brought in him, but I played Darwin anyway, but makes no difference so much in draft. It only makes a difference, I suppose, the points total. If you're even on points, you do get pumped up above the other guy with a better overall total. So that's the thing. I don't know why it's stupid. I think he did start. Just not impressed with Brighton at all. What's going on? What is going on there? I haven't featured Brighton in the video, but I was very close to it with Mitoma. Got Mitoma in as a punt. See, I always like to have a 5th position in the midfield as a punty thing. I did it with Madike. He went cold, and at least he saved me 0.2 mil. I did it with Mitoma. Maybe he got an assist, not very. And Minty going off, I think he didn't get the full. I think he went off at half time. I'm not sure. So I'm just not sure. And João Pedro thing. Just when you get into Brighton, they do go to pass again. And Ferguson's back, so that will interfere. Welbeck is the man at the minute, the man at the moment. So he's going up, and João's going down in price, as you can see. So that's enough about that. Some dream team at the minute for me. I've still got 8 players to play. It's of course I will straight on to what's the Sunko hat trick. All the club trousers kind of all over the place with the baseball with the Red Sox. They look like they're just a 50-50 team. They probably won't make the postseason in the baseball, unfortunately. They're just one of them Met teams. And 49ers losing last night after winning by about 10 points to give it up to LA in overtime. Brilliant. Yuck. And Kunku, yeah, Pedro Neto has dropped in price, but as you see, these are the guys that are playing the cup stuff. So they're not unlikely to start in the Prem. Mudryk is done doing a bit. Chelsea, a very interesting team, I have to admit. There you go. And Kunko has a mad hat-trick. Okay, Barrow. So what is this all there is tonight? What's been going on with Man City? Doku and Nunez, okay, gets a crack. Yeah, so the points are all split up there. I have Guardiola in my team. Does he get a clean sheet? No, of course not, because he'd be playing. So I'll definitely give you a hint anyway. But I didn't captain him this week. So Haaland must have had looks like he's had the night off. That's fair enough. Captaincy against Newcastle. I'm still not completely sure if I'm going to go Saka. Haka. Look at this. I'm going to have both of them in the wild card, and I'm at Haka now. Oh, God, it's such a joke, isn't it? I don't know these players. I promise you. Oh yeah, Haka. It was how was that? Hala. Now it's Haka. When it's a bit meh. This is the problem with the Sun Dream team. It's rare. That's why I went for Dwight McNeil in the Sun Dream team, because he just started the games. So it's a frustration in this thing if you're in the Sun Dream team. Okay, Duran starts. Okay, that's fine. We're going to know Watkins is going to be fine for the next game. I forget who they're playing. It's not Everton, is it? Not Everton. Well, we got this game week. No, right. To see when you hurry an old computer, it's it's like an old ass. It's gonna go in its own time. Everton Palace, okay, that's interesting. Eze, will he get on top of things? Mateta in and out of the team, gets hauled off here and there. Eddie Nketiah is very interesting. I can see Palace turning up there and just doing a number. But I hope again it's another 2-3s either way. Loads of people will be on DCL and McNeil. The team, yeah, Villa. I have Ollie Watkins. I'm keeping him. Yeah, Ipswich. Yeah, so yeah, it's a good fixture. We'll see. Villa, a proper good team now. Really are. I can't see them. I think they're going to be a top 4 team, really. My opinion. Early kickoff game. Oh my God. I hate early kickoffs, especially captaincy. I'm probably going to stick with Saka against Leicester, wherever that is. Is that 3? Okay, I'll stick with that. That's probably may have been a decision that I hate those on lunchtime. They're funny games to predict. So anyway, I'm delighted I have finally cleared up this bench baloney I have, and now I have a proper good and deep bench. Points, that's the points. Yeah, I've got the. Yeah, as I said in my last video, so I'm happy enough with that deep bench. They're all going to play. I have just a feeling about Havertz, but I could be saving, a couple of mil there possibly. Good. I'm not. I don't care. I'm not getting rid of him or Smith Rowe. He's just a moniker at this stage. I just like Everton's fixtures. It just feels right, the whole lot. But I want to, Diaz when he be rotated. I'm still thinking Diaz looks like he's going to go up tonight, not to 8 million. So if I'm going to do something, I'll start thinking about now. I like the look of Foden coming on the horizon. He's going to have to start playing. There's a big hole in the midfield. Was it Savio as the dude that probably get better game time down the right wing? Mahrez stroke 2.0. So yeah, I went through most of this team. I mightn't just do anything anyway. I might just leave it. I like the thought of Diaz there with the TA, because I know I can be able to afford that. Just about. I think. Let's just do. All the influencers do this messing about, don't they? So what's this story? I just don't want any dead whatever on the bench. So a lot of people are getting in Wood, which I think is it's the most boring pick in the world. That's not just. Is 2 million enough to get in? Diaz, no, 2 million. I need Mbeumo, so that's going to have to go down further. So forget that. I'm kind of happy enough. I don't know if there's much more value down that way. 5.8. Don't know if it's going to be enough to get your man in. Vardy, no. Zhao thing. Cunha is interesting for after game week 12 or something when Wolves fixtures become really good. 2.5. And that's now what you're talking about. So you get Zhao in, get rid of McNeil, and flick in what's his name? He probably won't get that there because I've earmarked it. Yes, yeah. So could do something like that. I really like Havertz. That means it's just double Arsenal. How would you get in? I'm gonna leave it anyway. I'll see anyway. I could have gotten Diaz that Saturday night 7.8. The crack of this transfers is that in the game week, no player can go up more than 0.3. 0.2, actually 0.2, sorry. 0.2. Can't go up to 0.3 in one game week. 0.2, you can have 2 rises in a week. So Diaz is scheduled tonight to get on that price rise. Let's get so. Let's see now. So just to load anyway. To keep an eye on my other video about the price harvesting with the transfers. No, it's just kind of was naturally doing all this stuff, but I think that's what's really the difference between what these influencers not just think 100% about everything. That might be cool. That might be good size. Yeah, shout out for Biteable there. Okay, that's the video. And I always have trouble with this thing. How do you get rid of it? Damn it. I tell you what you do. Okay. Yeah, so Salah met, most of 3% of the FPL community, they captained Salah, the other 40% captained Haaland. So yeah, wildcard was active on Saturday night, stroke Sunday morning. Yeah, I was up pretty late Sunday morning, just staring at a phone. Gonna go rush begins now. Review. So yeah, I've dropped another 230k. So just outside the top middle, but that's fine. If you're in and around there, even down to 2 million, everyone's still quite bunched up. And if your realistic goal is can I get into the top, for me, like finishing 2.1 million and last season 1.2 million, I think I'm still below where I finished last season at game 38. I think it's just going to be a sort now, and then it's going to be a consolidation. And I still have all these other chips intact, and we don't know what the mystery chip is in game week 9/20 or whenever we find out in January. It could be anything. What's my guess? I'm not mystery chip. Could be something to do like with a reset of some sort. I don't know. Reset your. Don't know. I don't know how you could do it. No. I'll leave it. I just can't think. Next. Liverpool and Bournemouth. Yeah, Diaz Zilling 51 puts Mo in 49 shades of grey. Poor old Mo here. It's just again Bournemouth. I was going through my head. He missed a penalty away over there, the Cherries. Um, done nothing in a 9-0. Bournemouth have the hoodoo over Salah. It's just look at all the stats. He's just absolutely abysmal. I just don't know what it is about Bournemouth with Salah. I knew it. I knew it. A shout out for Andy Cugnon, who's in our Christy Nixon Pub Fantasy League. 2.2% of managers in game week 5 captain Diaz. And as I said, 30 Salah here and 40% Haaland. So that's a massive shout. And you can see later on, Andy had a terrific game week. Great points, great stuff. I'm happy enough with the 61. It's a bit of a red arrow. Needed 6 more points for the green. So just take it and move on. It's not a complete disaster. Maybe it's just so getting the cobwebs of that 39 in game week 4 on my head. Yeah, Haaland and Gabriel. Listen, you got to give full kudos and respect to Arsenal. Everyone's moaning about this dark arts thing, but every single championship winning team has this thing about them. United had it when they were harrying refs and chasing referees and over decisions, and back in the 90s. I'd see it myself, and the intimidation and the Fergie mind games and all. You cannot really jump. Only thing I don't like about what Arsenal are doing is they've done Vicari over this. They've done several this sort of blocking. I watch a lot of American football, and this blocking you see the 2 Arsenal forwards just blocking off the keeper. The keeper, Edison, can't go anywhere, is tripped up or falls into them, can't do anything about the cross, and Gabriel's just got a free header in. And this is the way they couldn't give it against VAR because it happened last week against Spurs, the same old thing. This is going on for the last season, and American football tactics is just genius, and there's a loophole, and Arsenal are exploiting it. And Gabriel is just gold. So the new Hala, it was Hala. I think it could well be Haka, but it definitely is Haa-Briel. Walking in a winter wild card, Haa-Briel, Arsenal get in the head of City, and they did get in the head of City. They got lucky in the end there. Arsenal, time wasting a whole lot. 2-1, that could have been the title there, and the momentum and the belief and the whole lot. Still think Arsenal take an awful lot of that, but City, I just feel they're not really getting going defensively, and they're still up there at the top of the table. So that's the story. We'll talk later about the double defense stuff going on, double defense or attack. Fulham's Croydon De Bruyne strikes again, ESR 5.8. There's just good mood and vibe around Fulham at the minute. I've had him in from the start because the manager at the Royal Albert Hall, Nicholas Lohman, he's not in the league this year. He wants a break, but he told me get in Emil Smith Rowe, and I'm just so happy I have him from the start. He's going to be in a wild card, and I'm not getting rid. I just feel there's a good vibe about this guy. I heard an interview with him today on Talk Sport, and he's just loving it, and he's fitting it straight in. Raul now, happy to see him back without. I think that's a headband thing. Okay, still the effects of that terrible accident. But yeah, with Fulham, just Andreas, that was a good move. I was thinking Andreas, who's on Panos, or Emil Smith Rowe, and I went with Emil Smith Rowe. So there's a lot of facilitators for this wild card that we should not be afraid of at all and should embrace, like this dude here. Rodgers has been unbelievable. I can't believe it. This game here, okay, what were the influencers saying? They were saying you really want a dude that has loads of minutes, because it seems to be the data saying the last 10 minutes of Premier League games, you're getting, this season especially, you're getting loads of late goals, loads of bits and pieces, and try and get that dude. Now, our man here, Emil Smith Rowe. He started off with about 62 minutes, 65 minutes, 69 minutes, seven. Now he's down, I think, 82 minutes until he went off. So I think that's a fitness thing going on there. Whereas Rodgers has just got a number 10 role with Villa, or he's flying down the left. It's a free role, but he's definitely more left orientated, and the crosses in is just believe. So I mean, I'm a converter. I just got on him a 5.1, so I think he could go up again. Again, you can only have a 0.2 price rise in any game week. So yeah, Duran just keep coming off the bench doing what he's doing, but again, I suppose he's proven the story. If you're a super sub, who cares if you're coming on for the last 30 minutes? Most of the action's in the last 10 minutes. So lots of people have got this dude in. I think about 150,000 managers have got this dude in. And he is, I'd rather him more than I would. What? Oh, God. Oh, talk name by nature. A complete plank up front, but a 2x4 you do not want to get hit by, and that's Wood. And I think he'll keep rolling around, and he's a great budget buy. But this is a big war between DCL and Wood for that sort of 6 million dude that people are going to be popping in. So yeah, Rodgers is finally realizing his potential, and we can all really see he just got people's attention. Another guy that's not got a lot of people attention is Madison at 7.5, and I am considering him. Maybe I still prefer the three up front. It's going to get hard for me to get off, but I think Madison's got the most assists at the minute, or he's got the most attacking returns. Well, not from Diaz, but he's right up there. So we need to keep an eye on him and Solanke, who's at 7.5 as well. So these two, I think it is feasible to have the two of them in. Loads of people have Solanke as a third striker, but then you're not going to be able to have Madison, Diaz, and Mbuemo and Saka and whoever it is. It's impossible unless you get rid of a Trent, and I'm not getting rid of Trent. Don't care. I want to have some fun, and just by dint that Trent is playing, I'm having fun. Only catch is it won't be any fun watching Liverpool unless I have someone like Diaz, who everybody's got, something like 400 to 50 or 450,000 managers, maybe 500,000 have already transferred in Diaz. Is it 600,000? Whatever, but going to get loads of price rises. I didn't know. I really didn't know that price rises would be allowed to go up on Saturdays. It must be some sort of. I thought after the game week that's when the price rises kick in, but they seem to be coming in during the game week. So those who wildcarded like myself, we got onto these one or two or three things on top of other people. So it really is another science, this prediction of price rises and all these sorts. So it'd be probably a good time to go into. If I can get into from Zoom, that blocks me out here. Price rises. So since Sunday the 22nd, so that was the Saturday coming in, 3 a.m. Salah went up, Diaz, Luis Diaz went up to 7.9, DCL to 6 now, Buemo 7.2 got on him, Nicholas Jackson 7.7, get him on the pricer side now, Raya 5.6 annoyingly, Rodgers 5.2 got on him, Adama Traore at Fulham 5.1. Last night, Barnes went up 6.5. Gabriel also, and ECR, Emil Smith Rowe, who I got him in. I got him in anyway. Before the Sunday thing, or before the Monday price rise, or in early morning 3 a.m. So, been messing about, and hopefully this will pay off in the long run. Price falls. Bruno Fernandes eventually did fall to the 8.3. I brought him in on my draft, okay, with the Sun Dream Team, or the Sun Dream Team. Yeah, it's just I know he'll play every game and the cup games. Very rarely gets rested. There's no penalties this season. So is this going to carry on? Is this going to continue? It has up until now, and there's no reason to change anything until something happens. So I wouldn't be having him in my FPL team, but definitely the Sundry team is well just fitted them in. I'm happy enough because you get points for all for tackling and shots on target and big chances, so you get loads more opportunities in the Sun. Neto from Chelsea's gone down. You see that he's playing Cup. Kudus has gone down again. Attacking positions, yeah, but the stats aren't backing up what Kudus is doing. Vissa, obviously, poor Vissa injured for a couple of months. Tarkowski 4.8, Everton defence, along with Branthwaite 4.8. They're all 4.8, still a bit pricey now with that defence. You don't want it. Kwanzaa's gone down to 4.1, same price as Fast from Leicester. Neto from Arsenal's reserve keeper 4.3. Last Monday night, KDB went down from 9.6 to 9.5. Isak's eventually gone down again, so he's been hit massively after everyone moaning about him the last couple of weeks. He's going to fly back down to 8.1 easy. Nobody will have him at all in their team unless they're not wildcard. Odegaard, okay, well, it's moved. He'll be out for quite a while. It's just like, I think if the players get injured, I think you should freeze the price. I'm sorry, but it's just something wrong. It tastes wrong about, especially poor old Rodri now. He's expected here to be going down. If I got Rodrigo, I'd rather Rodri. He's expected to go down tonight, 6.4. So he'll be 6.3. Yeah, so Braithwaite. So I don't think there's any value in Everton defense. Everyone wants their attack. Andreas is going down, but Harry Maguire's down again. And João Pedro has gone from 5.7 to 5.6. Bernardo's gone down. You can't own him. Jota's gone down. The minutes is a problem. Kouare, again, minutes. And Zinchenko minutes. Nore, not sure. I still think he's a good asset, but we'll have to see. Mikolenko, lots of people want him. He's due to be coming back. And maybe with Branthwaite and Mikolenko back, that will stir the Everton defence with Coleman as well. So it might be a bit too harsh on their defence, especially with Braithwaite to come back. Gordon's to the birds now. See, a lot of people will be thinking Eze and Gordon. Gordon will be seen as pricey now because Eze is still a very good value asset. There's still a faith, that it's just having an unlucky start with only one return. Doku 6.4. Who wants to go there with City assets? And Kunku's gone down again, 6.1. Shocking stuff. Trippier down again, and Awoni down again because of the wood effect. So possible fallers tonight is Antonio, who cares? McGinn, who cares? Muniz. Loads of people have him out. They're sick of it now. Raul Jimenez deserves his chance to follow. Hall, who cares? Poor Rodrigo. Tomorrow, Garnacho's under threat. Longstaff, Guardiola. He's probably I don't want to just go messing, flipping around with him and Lewis. Rico Lewis. I'm trying to think, is there one, apart from Edison, who wants to go with Edison? Rhea is the man, even a 5.6. White's going to go down. Timber's doing him a number there. Timber looks brilliant. Ellison looks like it's going down. It's probably good value because he'll get back. But he is getting their niggly injuries. I've noticed last season as well. Pedro Porro looks like he'd be going down as well. Salah's meant to be going down 12.8. Okay, so he's 12.8, so he's due to go down to 12.7 in the next couple of days. So no panic there. And João Felix could be going down as well. Possible risers tonight: Stewart 4.5, McNeil 5.4 to 5.5, possibly Diaz to 8 million. Sanchez, the Chelsea keeper, going up possibly tomorrow. Keep an eye on Saka. He should go up to the 10.1. He should be going up, but I'm not sure if the wildcarders, all them transfers are counted. I don't know how they can. If you get rid and you buy it, maybe when you confirm that wildcard, they go by that, and then they count again if you get them out again. Then you're flipping around. Oh, will I get in or out? I don't know. I don't know how they do that. Semenya 5.6 could be going up, and Wood 6.2, 2, 6/2. It's a black of wood, man. Greaves 4, and then Buemo, keep an eye out for him in the next couple of days. He's 67%. Yeah, when he gets to about 100, that's when he could be going up to 7.3. So that's where we are there. We're up to date there. Let's have a look at the top dogs. I think it's Jack McGoldrick here with an incredible 99. Have to have a look at his team later on. Underdogs, again, Connor Hussey seems to be featuring in the pups and all this all the time. That's what you want to be doing. Yeah, you can be a top dog for a game week, and then you're a run then for the next 30. You know, that's not what you want to do. You want to do what Connor's doing. He's hanging around here on the scoreboard. I'm off the whole thing. I'm nowhere near. 61 is Runtville. Runt, I hate that word. David McNamara back in the top 10. Very good, consistent performer and very quiet. Doesn't say much. Plays his own game. And he does his own thing, and it's very successful. 87. Andrew Diaz Cunyan, I've christened him Diaz. He's part of 2.2 or the 2.4 million, sorry, percent, 2.4% of players who captained Luis Diaz in game week 5. You come on, that's crazy stuff. It's a great call. 83, going against the trend, and he's been against Salah. He's not been anywhere near bullish at all. He's been trying to warn us on Salah for the last 2 or 3 weeks. He knows something. Now we all know Salah's come out on BT Sports or whatever about he could be in his final year and just enjoy it. But since he's came out with that, he must have got a rollicking, and he's not performed. Something's rubbed up the wrong way. He just looks like he's not the Mo. It's like as if it's like the difference between Mo in game week 1, 2, 3 to 4 and 5 is like night and day. You know, it's like a Toyota Corolla versus a Lamborghini. There's just no comparison. Like it's like off a cliff, and everybody got him in. I'm not going to go down that rant again now. I did that in the last video. Joy Commando Ninan's back in the race. He's well up. He's in the top 10 again. It's ominous. Great 80. Jerry Freely again. So I'm glad these couple of game weeks are done and get the wild card done, and then you can see if you can get on 1 or 2 guys other people can't get on. The pups, Liam Hurd, Dermot Duffy 78, Hugh Kearney 77, the long dog at 75, John Toffee Crusher Kelly done well with Dara Hunt 74, very good score. Stevie Stratton-Nolan and Ryan Ward on 73, Dave Cunyan, M. Phillips and Michael Core 71, and Jason McCormick, that possibly should be there. Not McGoldrick. Jason McCormick, I would say. 70. So that's where we are there. Yeah, the strength and depth of the Christy Nick is just unbelievable. Very, very impressive. This is what I want from the whole thing, is to get us all together in a league and destroy everything. So yeah, that's kind of what got a rants thing. Guru rants. Guru playing, yes, of course. The first chip, which is the wildcard Salah and Liverpool assets disaster. Yeah, ouch. Jota didn't even start. Didn't even play. Money Harvest employee, that was the last video. Happy to be a million. Time to consult, as I said. Diaz, yeah, I'm thinking about him. I like that thing, but I'm also thinking about Foden as well. Is there anything? Has to wait and see, I suppose. But sometimes it's good to jump the masses, because then everyone will be panicking about Foden. Arsenal conundrum. I'm going to go with the attacking version of it, because I just have a thing about Havertz. I know this sort of ploy going back in the Odegaard, but Odegaard was getting returns from that position as well. And the next 3 they have, Leicester, Southampton, whoever, it's just too good to ignore. And you know, if you've got a defense that's all packed in the 5, you're going to have a Rice and you're going to have a Havertz or someone in that mid that's going to take a cracker, break the hearts, and then the floodgates open. So I'm not worried at all about the position of Havertz. Maybe that's naive, but no, I don't think so, because they're going to have all the possession, Arsenal. And where are we? The ball, yeah, there's something really strange I noticed that when the influencers saying about this bonus things. Keep an eye out for these phantom bonus points here, number 7. Rogers and Embuemo seem to get an extra point the day after, so I'm not sure if its stats are optimal, whatever, and they're getting extra returns. I don't know where these phantom points are coming from, but they're bonus points and they happen, and it's not instantaneous anymore, so it's something to keep an eye on in the future. But it's happening quite regularly now. Yeah, so just for the Duran again, Peno, he's on Penos. Okay, that's a 2-1. Villa are getting away with a lot of stuff now. They are just scraping wins, and they got that winning mentality. 5 Leicester win 3-0 in Penos. What is it about City in that defense? So yeah, Lewis gets on the assist. Okay, Doku comes up. There you go. You kind of know who's going to be playing. Sometimes the way with Peck, it's like you play 3 games and then you get rested for 2. You play 3. I think he's got a rota. He's got a board up there, and it's just all mapped out, so all the players know they're going to get a certain amount of minutes, or it could be in their contracts. I don't know. But I still wouldn't be surprised if Doku and Rico Lewis are playing next game. Okay, that's enough messing about there. Let's have a quick look at our leader, which I presume is going to be Connor Hussey here. Ross Commons, number 5. Seems to be top. Does he need to do a wild card? Well, this is his 87. Unbelievable score. Look, Chelsea defense held out with the West Ham rubbish that was going on. The Sun, great move. Interesting. Will he keep? This is without doubt not going to be his team. He's going to wild card here. There's no Arsenal. There's virtually no Villa. I know he's got Consa. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting for Con to see about team value. Isak and Eze for Vardy and Son. That was really interesting that he didn't go for. Well, usually everybody was getting rid of Saka and Isak for Salah and João Pedro. So yeah, Isak move good. Eze, fair enough. Son, just probably that Son move for Connor. I know it would have been his sort of gut feel, and I want to do it. And then it's like a dead end team into game week 6. So fair enough, and it's kind of paid off a touch. Son did get a few points. Good. He should have had more. He was clean through twice. I think he hit the post as well. Vardy, not really at it, which you expect now, really, because he couldn't keep that up. He could do, but against teams he doesn't like, he seems to love rubbing it in, like this sort of the Phantom of the Opera will haunt. So yeah, this is okay. I think that's what he's going to do. We want to get rid of Jota, Barco, Winks, rubbish, Fabianski. Yeah, this is a wild card next week. So best of luck. 9 top 10k in the world, and this is what it's all about. I'll encourage each other to carry on and do better. Dave Cunyon, 72, fair enough. Haaland, yeah, should have. I think just had Captain Haaland all season and just leave it. Would have made more points than Salah. Molan still very, very good overall. 13,500 in the world out of 10 odd million. Trip cap used, okay, fair enough. And this, depending on how many transfers he's got, he could just make a move for Gabriel. See, it depends what these guys have done. I don't know how active they are behind the scenes. But depending, you can get Gabriel in there for Guardiola. It's just all dependent. It's a pretty flexible team. But again, this team will look very dated and aged with that bench. You'll definitely know people are keeping up to date with their teams by just their bench in game week 10. Easy. Jason, Matt Goldrick here. Our very, very good score. Flecken, no Flecken. Pedro Porro. Yeah, I see nothing wrong against him and Gabriel and TA if you can get them in. Louise there, very, very good score. Watkins, love Watkins. Munoz and Munoz. Español. Yo hablo español, mi amigo. Semenyo, yeah, nice. But then again, it's the Arsenal conundrum. So, yeah, wild card, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Isak to Watkins, good move. 8.9 Watkins as well. Love it. Andrew Cunyon, yes. Mr. Diaz. This is Reservoir Dogs dude, yeah, he's definitely Mr. Diaz. Andy Cunyon. Yeah, it's what a call. Look at this. It's just bingo. And he would have meant that. Yeah, and he's done. I'm gonna do you all here. It's just smug smile, the whole lot. No Salah. Well, I suppose kind of. Yeah, if you don't have Salah, but then he went against Salah. That's great kudos. That's unreal. A lot of people could have went for Palmer against West Ham. Very interesting team. That is unbelievable. This is definitely not a clone of anything. Bowen in there. He likes his wingers, doesn't he? He likes his left wingers. I think he was a left winger as well. In his earlier days at Ballyhaunis Town, he definitely played, I think, left wing. Then he number 9. And then that attacking 10. All across, yeah. Look, this is really ballsy sort of. This is me on my own, and I don't know where Andy's getting inspiration here. All the chips intact. It's a brilliant position. 204. Yeah, Roger at Ballyhaunis Square. We have a 204. Andy, Mr. Diaz Cagnon, is on the rave and looking good after game week 5. Sanchez, great move. Yeah, the Chelsea thing, they're looking good. I loved a bit of Chelsea. How do you do, Jackson? Good golly, Miss Jackson. Are you for real? And people are thinking, is Jackson for real? He's a left winger now. I didn't think that, but past that West Ham defense for that goal, shocking. So is it a case of West Ham made him look good? I don't know. Dallo, there's a bit of everything in this team. You could write a thesis on this team. Joshua, fair enough. So that would have been an automatic sub in, possibly Zhao, maybe. Mikalenko's in, yeah, but still, could. Would Andy want to be wild carding into what everyone else is at? Could this go again? Newcastle captaincy, but the way Andy's playing is completely alternative. You cannot, no points. Gets a very good season so far. 78, unbelievable. Wildcard played, very interesting. Now let's have a quicker look at this one, because how is the test? There's absolutely no Arsenal in that. Let's say TA Salah, the hat. Rogers, okay. The Villa thing I like going forward, but yeah, there's definitely. I'm not sure about that, brother. Winks, wildcard. That bench is appalling. Tons of B, not on my book. Palmer. There just feels like there's quite a bit of money in the bank here. But maybe he's left himself some sort of rabbit in the hat later on. Maybe he's carrying some transfers through. I don't know. Wildcard done. Okay, it's going to be interesting. I'm going to keep an eye out and pray for you, Liam, over the next 3 game weeks with that Arsenal thing going on. Joy, solid, absolutely textbook. If you want to learn how to play FPL, you're buying this guy. See, Robinson's still an offshoot of the original template. Wood, he's had Wood for ages. It seems to me he's rolling a few transfers to have after his wild card. Does he need one? Possibly, yeah. There's I have to start thinking about, well, like, keep Salah has a differential, and do I have enough Arsenal? And could I do 2 transfers just to get in Saka and get rid of Henderson for Raya? And if Joey has 2 transfers, he'd be getting maybe possibly Salah, Saka, and Raya for Henderson and Salah, and he should be fine. Rodgers is okay. I think he could get away with that and keep the wild card. So I'm a bit 50-50 whether Joy just keep it simple to do the wild card and get on what everyone else is doing, and have 1 or 2 standout calls that you go on your own gut. We'll see. Dave McNamara is always finished really, really well in the Chris Nicholson all these years. So Dave, yes, Sanchez thing. Well, good golly, Miss Molly. 87 Jackson. Pow, interesting. Smith Rowe, beauty there. Interesting bench, brilliant bench. Has he done anything yet? He has done a bit. He's done his wild card a while back. So what he's been doing, he's been down quite a bit, and he's got himself back up into contention. 3-5-2. I'm on 3-4-5 with his bench boost and free hits. So yeah, it's interesting going forward. the Arsenal thing again. See, people who may have had a slightly poor start, they may have just tried to force it a bit, and it's going to be very interesting. Let's say possibly has he got a few transfers? If you got two, bluff is enough, and go without the wild card. If you haven't got it, it's an easy move here, isn't it? To get Salah, got Deja in there. This is a good combination going in anyway to game week 6. Rodgers, fair enough, Powell, okay. It's just the Arsenal thing, and Gabriel is getting about. Will Chelsea keep many clean sheets over? They have a trickier run. 5.6 for Raya, 6.1, so 11.7, and your Saka 12.7, 12.7 for. It's pretty tricky to go there. May have to get rid of Trent, but we'll see now. Keep an eye on what Dave is doing. It should be interesting. Big Friendly Giant doing well, 66. He's used his trip. Good standard. This is a great position to be in. I'm happy where I am and what I'm doing. I've managed to get out of these dodgy. I thought these would have been a lot better game weeks. The Salah thing has just been really frustrating because loads of people have not had Salah. Stevie Strat's been absolutely loving it, the Salah thing. And he's got full benefit. However, he's managed to claw himself back into some sort of, which is good. It's good. Where is Stevie Strat? Is he a bit higher? Done. Yeah, well done, Starman. He's well up there. He's sacked for Jackson. Aina's probably a good move. He's got everything intact. This is a good start for Starman. It's just had, like me, terrible starts the last couple of years, even 3 years, and never been able to get back on the running. So finally, myself and Starman have got a good start. 3 is only a point behind me. Wildcard, it's going to be pretty good. Clear up the mess on the bench. Flecken's fine, but again, I think Adrian, being an Arsenal fan as well, he wanted to sort out and enjoy the next 3 game weeks and get on that treble Arsenal. Roy Harford, great position again. We're all very tight down here all the way. Absolutely no problem. Even down to 40, possibly 315. The leader here is not a disaster, and there's so many swings every game week. People still aren't on the same. Nobody's on the same. It's just all over the shop, but with trying to do their own thing, like Andy Quignon there, as you can see. Rory's done a bit. He used 3 transfers here. Palmer, Lewin, and Wood. They're all good going forward. That's a great. That's a good move, especially if you're not going to wild card. He's got the sack. Yeah, this team is already set up, so he'll be going without. Yeah, this is very close to a wild card team that all of us will probably wanted them to get on anyway. The Haaland thing, and you've got your double. So the next game week, if he really wants, depending on how much in the bank, he can upgrade power to Gabriel. So yeah, I think Rory's going to do the standard good stuff, or our dude from Lusk up in Dublin. I think he's in Canada now, so good stuff from Rory. We'll see it all the way to game week 38. Now this is Jack McGoldrick. 14 has propelled him up massively up to where we're all hanging about in that sort of stalking position in the Christy Nicholson League here, based in Ballyhaunis, and he's in pole position here. It's just without using any chips. As you get one of them weeks where everybody pings, 15s, 16s, the Chelsea thing flying through, Luis Diaz, and Consa with the goal. Imagine having a game like that where everybody pings, and everyone on the bench is just baloney, and you have all the points on the floor. Great game week. Garnacho just leaving points on the floor again. Very, very frustrating. That should have been 120, this team, with even a bit more luck. Guardiola had 2 massive chances. He had a good chance. He had great saves from Raya. It's nearly hard done by this team. But yeah, Jack is back in the race there and in great position. Loads of chips. Loads of the lads here have loads of chips left. All the chips. So many series. Christy Nicholson must be the hardest league to win. And even influencers are in big trouble. I've seen influencers 3.2 million. Okay. A lot of them are at 1.2. So they're catching up on me now. But yeah, go and win this league, mate. And then you can put that on your pipe and smoke it. Lacer's 46, you won't like that. Mr. O'Boyle, beware of O'Boyle, 59. Aidan Gaffney 4-7, so a bit lower scores. Won't be too happy with these Dylan lines. Still all his chips intact. It's a story with Dylan. He's got that Areola thing going on. Gabriel fine. That Gordon thing, losing hemorrhaging point, and João Pedro doesn't start. It's the loss of unluckiness in here. Salah and then not captain Haaland. I had the same problem with Wolves myself. A lot of surgery to do there. The bench has to be cleaned up, and you have to start recalculating who's going to start, who's going to be in Europe. Is there a pattern I can get on players that will play? Like at least I know with McNeil, I know he'll play. I know that he'll be rested for the cup games and he'll be primed for Everton to start getting points. Same with DCL if you want to. Same with the Brentford lads. And Buemo's goal, I consider him at 9 million buying him in at this stage. I think his true value is about 9 million. He scored 3 goals in the hardest games Brentford have ever had. Flecking getting all the points. Here's Stevie Stretnola now. Him and his Salah thing. He went without. That's very, very, very brave. Very, just fair play. That's brave stuff. He's well entitled to. Many United fan through and through this lad. That's why we call him Stretford End, Old Trafford, heart and soul United. And he's backed against Salah. Joss is frustrating. Okay, not much came on. Must have started him. Phase. Because there's 3 defenders there. Maybe João, he was resting. Isak's a frustration. But still to get a 73 is brilliant. That's 12 points. Where did they get? Yeah, Palmer, captain, very good. Got that goal at the end. Rodgers coming through. So eventually it's a proper good little game week. And well entitled to it. And well done, Stevie. Owen Collins, 69, he never gives up, never gives in. Owen. Absolute great supporter of the community in and around, and breath of fresh air and great fun. Always got a smile and quick to shake the hand and embrace. Popey, Byrne, time to get rid. Guardiola, not happy. Delete, good call. Maybe he's got a few transfers saved up. Don't like much of the bench. Saka's been rested against Arsenal. That wasn't a bad call, actually, I suppose, in a way, because a bit of muchness, anyway. Ez's just got the 3, so it's not much of a massive bang there, really. Yeah, Saka, depending on what transfers got, he could pivot to his Arsenal easy enough in that team. Oh, it should be interesting. Palmer is going up to 10.6 in price, so Rodgers is going up. These guys are going down, possibly. I don't think there's any sense of these are going down. Bernard Pope deletes good value with 5. Could be the new Maguire attacking the threat in the air. Yeah, do you know, I wouldn't be surprised if that team does very, very, very well, even without a wild card. But if you've got 1 or 2 transfers in there, at least 2, you can pivot pretty easy to a wild card. Everyone is going to be wild card. So I think Owen's in a good place off the top, more or less. You're fine. Ethan Keane, 52, quick look. The Medic. Duncan Hannon won't be happy with the 53, 69 for Sean here. Liam doing good as well. William Dollar. Baby, I love that from Dennis Wayne. Fine. All of you are still fine. Hugh Carney, 77, back. Took a few haymakers, a few game weeks. Look, 77 is brilliant. All the chips intact. Good stalking position still. What was it that got on there? If it was only Diaz there, no. What was it that was? I had Trent. Okay, Rodgers. I got a 61, and he's got 16 points on me. Flecken still got me 3. It's 6. I'm not sure. Again, sometimes I just get a bit dyslexic. I had Rowe as well. These guys didn't do much. Consa, yeah. So Consa is the one there. So yeah, I think I'll have Consa in my team as well. I'll have 3 Villa, Ollie, Consa, and sometimes in these centre defenders when they get into a goal streak, like they can't stop scoring. Every season you have one of these. Ivan Danilo, again, I test. Yeah, so there's a little bit to do. Clean up the bench a bit. Yeah, so keep it going anyway. He doesn't have Saka, but yeah, I think there's a little bit of surgery to be done there. Really, Archie, you don't want to be having him coming on missing penalties. Ryan Warden, okay, good stuff. 73. Watkins was a brave call there. Connor Keane. Good stuff there. 66. Clickety click. William Nestor is hanging in there. He's still got a couple of chips. I think he'd be fine. What's he been at? How's he going into this game week 6? And Waymo fine, Watkins fine, Consa fine. Probably doesn't have any transfers to get in the Gooner stuff. But who knows? The next 3 games is Southampton, Leicester to come. Just have to see. You know, will they do a Salah and do nothing? You know, Saka, Havertz, and all that possession that Arsenal will have for the next 3 game weeks. Rotations we'll see in Europe if they can ease it off. That was a big game against City. So what would that have took out of Arsenal going forward? It's a tough time. It's no joke. The elements are against you. Seeing AFC win with Plough Lane, the pitch sinkhole collapsing, having to convert their tie up to Newcastle next week in the Carabao. Dunk. I think João Pedro sort of like season proof at the minute. As long as you have something on the bench. Robinson could be fine. No. Nico Williams, no. Felix, no. There's a few no's in there. William, no better man like yourself. Do you know I wouldn't do a free hit for game week 6? I'd use a free hit for a double game week. I'm sure they're going to come down. I don't. Mystery chip could be another wild card or another chip that you need to use for double game week, and it looks like we'll only have 2 double game weeks this season, and you'll have all your chip. I'm not buying that stuff. I am the long grass dude. I'm coming slow but surely. If I was a FPL manager, I'd be marathon man. Some of you guys up there are just 100 meters sprinters in my book. I'm not going to tell you who you are. I don't want to give you any more venom to boost you into more of a 10,000 sort of dude. I want you to be gone by 100 meters. Jerry Freely, good score. Have a little quick look at Jerry. He's played his wild card, okay. All the other stuff, and he's got the Arsenal bit in there at least. Flecken I love. Palmer's brilliant. The Chelsea thing is killing everybody at the minute. We don't know if they're going to be rubbish or good. It's Jekyll and Hyde. Every couple of game weeks, they're all hauling. Smith Moreau, brilliant. Rogers, brilliant. Saka, brilliant. Pedro Power could be anything, brilliant. Gabriel, very interesting. I love this team. Absolutely. I'm not on the bench, but at least he's got something there. I'd leave these for the minute because they're not a priority. Flecken's fine. Only catches the Embuemo effect. He could kill you. Oh, and there's no Haaland. I just bought that. Oh, no wonder we got all the money. I love that team all the way, and then the Haaland thing. Okay. Come on, getting tired. Better leave it. I can't see. Just spotted that in the last minute. No Haaland. But yeah, Palmer's done well there. Well done. 8-16. He's got just as many points as Haaland, but he's had points. Ross 118. O'Hara there with 56. Fergie Walsh is trying to get back. I do believe Eze could be doing okay. Unlucky with Gibbs White getting sent off, the 2 yellows. When it's time to quit. I think the differential, if you're a bit down this sort of the regions, you're going to be looking at differentials that are really good, like Watkins, that will consistently return them hauls. So I think it can be, as long as you're patient and get your balance between attacking the masses and don't overdo it, if you know what I mean. Pick your battles more and get up there slow. Taking too many risks. You can't get ahead. So Sanchez, great call. Anthem with Chelsea this week. So that's something to consider with all these teams. I've got no Chelsea. Still in the wild card, and I can still get on somewhere there. But again, we are all our own managers, and the team is in our own image, and that's what I like with mine at the minute. Jack Carney, 58. Palmer, again, coming up trumps. And Kunku's gone down again in price. Timber, pretty fixture proof in that Arsenal team. Just needs those attacking returns. Very, very, very good defensively. Really worked out against Arsenal or Man City. Josh, a little bit Havertz. It's wild card, so get rid of the pick for clean up the bench. The bench isn't too bad, but Joshua will start here and there. But Morgan Lyons got all his chips intact. Looks pretty patient there. No transfers done. 65, still tipping away. Henderson vice captain. Wow, good one. Yeah. Would have paid off actually against United, and he's in Arsenal. He's Morgan's a Gooner, so he won't have too much love lost for United. Kevin Morley, 60. I still haven't got to the 99 in this video. I have to do the 99. I don't mean getting a Magnum or an ice cream. Someone got a 99. Rhea White, no Saka, free hit. Probably didn't need it. Why would you put all that money in Edison in a free hit? Okay, rubbish bench, fair enough, but what? That's 1 million. That was, to me, Edison's 1.5 million on the floor. Palmer, okay, so that you probably wants to get Haaland in. It just makes you do absolutely terrible things when you just start off with the wrong guys in FPL. Diaz, very good call. I would have had TAA in this team somehow. There for TAA. Tillemans, good call, but he's going to tip away. He might be on Panos. Archer. Anyway, you know yourself, Kevin. You know yourself. You're still 319, not a million miles off the top. Okay, there's about 80 points, 79 points in it. There's no chips played, so you're Jackie the Dancer Maloney down here. Kieran Kiley having to scrape his way up. He's on the wild card. Yeah, the song gone different. This is what it means when you're down sort of this area. You have to start taking chances that the others aren't on, and if you don't pay off, then you're totally, absolutely, even double down in where you are. So that's why I tend to just try to not do the double down and just try to claw my way up, game week after game week after game week, and make a decision here and there that will chip away, and then keep my chips until the end, and then that's the story. But others are different. Buemo, good. Bowen didn't pay off against Chelsea. Tough one. Kelleher, good call. Doubled up there with the Liverpool. Very good wildcard 75. So going forward, Tipping, that was a good call because nobody heard of him before. Timber. So going forward, this is a tricky one. That team's tricky. United, I have no faith in Garnacho. He just seems to be a point dodger. Flecken will have to go soon enough when Alisson comes back. Okay, Kieran. Okay. So Jackie's down there. Kevin Gill. So where's that 99? Did we get the 99? Did I go past it? There it is. It's Jack. Jack McGoldrick. Yeah, this. I've commented on this, and this was the one where everything paid up for you, and it could have been 120. Yeah, I remember that. So we've done that. So we've gone through mainly everything. Has anyone else got a wild card done by Gary Higgins? Another one by Cyril Collins, 54 for Cyril. Won't like that. Wild cards didn't work out this week for Cyril and Gary. Yeah, but going forward, as I thought about the Arsenal stuff they got under the Saka and Saliba stuff, and it looks like it is a good wild card. Interesting one going forward. Vardy's okay to have on the bench. Smith Rowe's fine. Ahmad, it's just a bit of character. Depends on the person. Like you don't want to beat anyone. Oh, he's gone for Ahmad. He's gone for Garnacho. Let's just stand and laugh at him. No, that's not the way it works here. I believe in the personality and character of you as a FPL manager, that you like a player. Like for me, I just want to have Havertz. I don't care. My mind at the beginning of the game was game week 6 wildcard. I want to have Havertz, Saka, GW5. I have them now. Case closed. Okay, we'll see with Diaz going forward. Will he play every single game? Who knows? Donny O'Brien, 70, good. 300 cards been played. Already, the Arsenal thing is an issue. Something has to be done. Calvert-Lewin, okay. It's just going to be terrifying over the next few game weeks about this Arsenal thing. Villa thing, again, Villa's fixtures are going to be incredible. The Liverpool fixture will start to turn a touch. That will get you points. 2 premium team that nobody will have the 2 premiums hardly in the top million the way things are going to get that Saka thing in and get the Arsenal thing done. So who knows? It could be a complete, Arsenal collapse in the next 3. Good. Zhao's fine. Smith Rowe's brilliant. Sanchez on the bench will kill him. But that's a very, very good bench. Looking at this team, I see there's a lot of fluidity in here. He can do 4-4-2. He can I like Matsurao until Shaw. Shaw won't be back for a while. Pedro's fine. There's a lot of options in there, but possibly too many options where you'll get a lot of bench points. As you can see here, it's a frustration. So sometimes that's what I do in FPL myself, is I try to give myself less thinking and less options. especially the beginning of FPL first, because you don't want to have so much money on the bench because you don't really need it because you don't have them league games coming in and the Euros. Now the Euro games are coming in, the League Cup games coming in. That's when you need the bench. So yeah, you will want a bench now, but not the first 5 or 6 game weeks possibly. So going forward, depending on how many transfers he's got no wild card. I have to start thinking about what I'm going to do. This is quite Smith Rowe for me is a starter now. I think Fulham fixtures a bit up and down, but you get over the next couple, they should be fine. Zhao is just an enigma. It seems to be some sort of, they say troll, but he comes up with these issues now and again that he doesn't play. And Wemo, fine. These two could be fine. Wolves away. That's going to be. He's got a lot of who am I going to captain? Who am I going to? He'll have that sort of thing where most of us will have just Saka and Haaland to think about. Yes, it's hard to advise silver mines here. It's kind of got a bit of something that everyone will be on and a bit of something that everyone will be off. So yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'm just worried about the Arsenal thing going forward and how you feel about that because it's 4.4 million rank. So I wouldn't be doing a free hit for this game week because if you get through this game week 6 with Arsenal and they do nothing, they lose 1-0 like Liverpool and Forest, then you still have the other 2 games, Southampton and whoever the other game is, Bournemouth. Yeah, it's an issue. I'd have to go back into your team and see what you did with that wild card. 70 is a good score, good foundation, and I wouldn't be panicking there. The last thing you want to do when you're here is to panic. Brent Barry, 67. Johnny Kelly, great score of a 74. He's used nothing yet. I look at no transfers. This team, no stat. This could have been a team like he's set up at the beginning and he's let this go. If I'm only guessing. Haaland, Slanky. Yeah, could have been because everyone loads of people were on Slanky at the beginning. Then they got off him and now lots are getting him back. Pickford, he loves Everton. He's got his Everton thing. No Liverpool again. He's famous for having no. Oh, he got the Luis Diaz. Do you know what? He didn't have any Liverpool when I checked him a few weeks before. So he is doing something. You probably got him in there somewhere along the line. So yeah, good stuff, Johnny. A little bit of work to do there, but slow but surely. And then that's kind of where we're at with everybody else. The Maeve shouldn't be there, and he knows it himself. The wild card has been played, so going forward for the next game week, Saka fine. Yeah, he's set up okay here, and he's got even Salah, Saka, Haaland. Okay, Saliba, I want Gabriel, but it's different horses for different courses. Telemans, that's an interesting call from the Maybe he's always interesting, this guy. Semenyo, most people want to get Semenyo in. Canate, okay, good call, 5.1. He would have had them at 5. Henderson's finally come through. Matoma, absolutely delighted to have got rid of him. My 2 week punts, it was actually 3 week punts. Matoma was tough. Baloney. Bench, Martinez, Keane, he's going to go up in price from that 4 million. But yeah, I like this team. I think this team will do well. I think this team will be fine for game week 6, and maybe you'll have Playwood. Probably won't get in Ollie Watkins. You can think that looks good. So good stuff. Maeve will climb back up again to some sort of respectability. All right. Parker 158, and that's really the whole story. Michael Kilcourse with the 71, and Oncagnon with the 80th. Still has, and Connor Hussey is holding us all down. He is what I would call a stalagmite. Stalactite. I always thought a stalagmite would be young Cagnon. Stalagmite. Stalagmite is you need to have the power to build up the stalagmite up to the ceiling. And then the stalactite is ourselves, like Connor Hussey would be the stalactite. It's hanging on tight to the wall of the cave. So, it's just a cave rock formation that over years and years you get this filtration and minerals, and it just builds up in some sort of spiky formation. That's thing is Charles anyway. Mr. Charles is geography, and Young Canyon is our stalagmite. So we all need a stalactite and a stalagmite by Malavora. Love Malavora. I will be going to see them in Haggerson, near Hackney in London, coming in November, mid-November. I've seen them 3 times. That would be my third time, and they're releasing their latest EP called Echoes. Echoes. I know all the songs. Can't wait to see them. So big shout out to you guys. You're the best. So that's it, folks. Thanks for staying with us. Time to go. Voice is going. That's me done for another week. And best luck with your team. And Guru over and out for the time being.